Roman saying, I had no choice. I am the tribal chief. I had to accept the challenge. Good. The bad. He basically says that like Jacob's gonna become his bitch boy.
Yeah, he'll have to serve
Hey,
me
like
if he loses.
effing kidding me with this. I don't know how they're writing themselves out of this. Our names are Matt Jackson and Sean Green. We were just veterans BSing in parking lots about wrestling and their storylines until last year when, dude, why are we just talking about this? We should record it and start a podcast. You start a podcast, you have no clue what you're doing. You fumble through all the technology.
Yep, you're back up, but you froze for about a minute. Oh, you're gone.
You rely on Google searches and reviews to piece it all together. You rely on your co-host for insightful content.
Surprise, surprise!
And that's
Live and in Technicolor.
Dude, you've got an iron bladder. Let's have to go again.
You make some friends along the way. The big man himself. Hefe himself. Mikey.
Okay, let's just rip the Band-Aid off, shall we?
Hi, Nick. Long time no see.
This is going to be a match of the future real soon.
You eventually reach 100 subscribers. Reese, there are 100 subscribers, so perfect timing for Reese. Bottom line is, as you continue to push out content, you'll always have a podcast. With all that said, welcome to the If We Had the Pencil podcast. Here are your hosts, Sean Green and Matt Jackson. Welcome to another edition of If We Had the Pencil podcast. I am your host, fighting off mosquitoes, finally finishing up this month of hell, and the proud dad of a high school graduate, Sean Green. And with me, as always, is my partner in crime, Mr. DD214 himself, who is also fighting the mosquitoes this evening, Matt Jackson. How the hell are you, Matt?
Good. Yeah, swampy down here, so the mosquitoes are loving it.
Yeah, we had like a 10-degree increase here for the real feel. So
Yeah.
I was like, whew, that'll do. So,
There we go.
but yeah, no, good times. It was a great wrestling weekend. Saw bits
Sure
and
was.
pieces, and then I did a binge watch yesterday as like getting ready for my son's graduation. So it all kind of came together,
Yeah.
got all
Oh.
caught up.
Well, I hope everybody had a good Memorial Day weekend. For half the country, it was a wet one, to say the least.
Understatement.
Down here, and then, of course, trying to navigate watching the races in Charlotte and Indy this weekend. You know, weather was a constant factor. But, yeah, it was kind of a rough week for Sean and I, one of our favorite drivers. And even if he's not, I think, you got to respect the dude, is, the loss of Kyle Busch. So. And I'm pretty sure that a lot of wrestling fans like NASCAR, so I'm sure we have NASCAR fans that tune in. So, yeah, it's been a rough week. We've been talking it through, and so it's, it kind of was weird to see Samantha and Brexton there Sunday night. I was like, wow. But I think that was a good show of strength, and I think it was good for his fans and everybody around that they were there.
Oh, for sure. And then I think I'm going to butcher this quote that I saw on social media. They were like, Kyle Busch was the driver, was Dale Earnhardt after Dale Earnhardt passed. And it was like kind of impactful with that. Like, I was like,
Well, Richard should have just said that he's the only driver that reminded him of Dale Sr., so.
Yeah. And, and I being a huge Dale Sr. fan, like Junior too, but like definitely. Yeah, I was a huge, number 3 all the way.
Yeah,
Put your
me too.
3s in the air. So,
whenever winter comes back,
acknowledge me.
If it's a cold day and we do the podcast, I go outside, I'll wear my Dale Senior jacket, the one I told you about. It's pretty cool, but yeah.
Yeah.
No, I've had bad luck, man. A lot of my drivers, I was a big Davey Allison fan before Dale and lost. Actually saw Davey's last race in New Hampshire, and then he ended up dying in the helicopter crash, and I
didn't know it at the time. I saw Kyle Busch's last race.
Yeah.
I saw his last win, too, because I was at the truck race.
I was at his last Cup win in St. Louis 3 years ago, it's actually in Illinois, but close enough to St. Louis. But, so it was I was a shocker, so. But I guess that's our NASCAR talk for the week, but.
For sure. But it's okay.
I do have to jump in. That Indy 500 was amazing. One of the best races
Oh, the
I
ending.
think I've ever seen. The whole race was like really good with people moving up and pit strategy. I love that. That was just.
It had a little bit of everything for everybody. It was F1, man. I don't know what the hell they were thinking putting that race in Montreal. I put it on for an hour and I switched right over to NASCAR after that. I was like, biggest race weekend.
It ran while Indy 500 was going too, right? It wasn't.
No, it started at 4. So Indy ended. So I was like, okay, cool. And then I was like, I'll put F1 on. I put F1 on, and then like I'm just sitting there the whole time, like watching my watch, like, is the time? Just the time? Because I didn't want to miss the Coke 600, especially with all the Kyle Busch stuff. So
yeah, and the whole race was dedicated to him.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, you know. So I mean,
when F1 was it was the Monaco Grand Prix, and it was run in the morning.
It was perfect.
And by the time that wrapped up, you could turn it on to Indy and catch all the pre-race stuff and all the different songs and traditions there. So I just love Memorial Day racing because of the pre-shows and the patriotisms.
Well, I am going to tell you what. Indy nailed it. And because you know what's now a tradition, it's not because they called it something like the Freedom Flight or something like that. Is the helicopters following the cars on a lap.
That's really cool.
I love that it's a thing now, right? Like, it's not just like a one-off. It's not because, you know, it's the 250th anniversary of the country. They even said it on the broadcast. They're like, this is now a thing. And they had a name for it. I can't remember what it was. But I was just like, I was so engrossed. I think it's one of the coolest spectacles I have ever seen and probably a great tradition that just started. Because last year it was just phenomenal. Like, it was just, you know, that military pride kicked in and I was just like, yeah. And then this year they did it again and I'm like, I was happy because, like, I have my father-in-law here and I was like, you need to check this out. This is going to be really cool, you know, and it's just one of those universal things where you can kind of go, okay, it's cool. So, it was awesome. But you know what else was awesome? Wrestling this weekend. There was a lot of goodness, man.
It was. There really was. SmackDown and then Saturday night's main event was really good. Raw Monday night. Sorry, we're broadcasting Wednesday. We used to do it the day after Raw.
My fault.
Life happens. So
yeah, it just a fitting way to end the month of hell, which is, okay, we got to delay one day because we were tied up with graduation. So it was like, okay, you know.
Yeah.
But we warned y'all. Yeah. So
the proud that listened.
They did have a cool moment during the ceremony. So they had all the students that had already enlisted stand up, and I didn't know this was the thing, but all those that had already signed up, the recruiters gave them like a sash to wear over their thing. And then, you know, while they were standing, then they were like, anybody else that has served, please stand up. So they had all us vets stand up. I was like, that's kind of a cool moment. Like, you know, cool. So yeah, it was different, but let's get into SmackDown, man. And we're probably going to come off with like probably the weakest segment of SmackDown, which is Rhea Ripley comes out, basically gives Jade her rematch at Clash in Italy. Okay. You know, and then there's a lot of bickering and bitching between, you know, Fatal Influence comes out mocking them. You know, they're already trying to be derisive between Alexa and Charlotte. And obviously Charlotte and Rhea got history. So it's just on and on and on and on and on. It's just like, I'm going to say probably one of the most sexist things that I will ever say on the podcast. And if you're a guy, you'll get it. And if you're not a guy, you're going to go, you're a pig. There are times when women get into this bickering, cackling, pissing match that I just tune out. It's just from years of experience. So, like, and this is one of those instances where I'm just like, I don't want to listen to your bullshit and your drama right now. I'm kind of over it. Like, not interested. And that's what this segment was to me. I was just kind of like,
Like when you're at a
"Ugh."
club or something, and like there's that group of girls that are just being obnoxious and
Well, it's
every
not just the obnoxious. It's the like,
nails on a chalk. It's like nails on a chalkboard. Like,
it's a combination of bickering, fighting, talking shit. And it was just like, yeah, I'm kind of over this. Like,
I did like when Fatal Influence came out and said their piece though. Like I'm kind of digging what Fatal Influence is doing so
I like
far.
what they're doing. I do like what they're doing, and I appreciate what they're doing. And I got to give WWE credit. A lot of the call-ups, they've had some really, really strong out the gate stuff, right? To make you interested in them. And it's not just here's them in a match against Schleppy, the, developmental talent. No, you're actually getting substance out of all the call-ups, right? And they're kind of jumping right in with like some of the better talent, Ethan Page wrestles Penta and stuff like that. It's just like,
Yeah.
okay,
Oh yeah.
game on. And it's actually pretty good. The slow burn on this, like, Shinsuke Nakamura, whatever the fuck is going on there, I'm just kind of like, okay.
Is Tama loyal? Is Tama going to break? Yeah, it's going on and on and on.
Yeah, some of this stuff, like, and I'm a big fan of a slow burn, but like sometimes it's just like, all right, we gotta go.
It's like that meme you see of like the stick figure poking something. Like, come on,
do something.
Yeah, that's what.
I mean, it was a good match. Shin wrestled good against Tall, and but like, I don't know.
Shin was chopping the tree. I love it when they do that.
We'll talk
about a little bit about smaller guy, bigger opponent when we talk about Raw because of Rey Mysterio.
He's so good at it.
Oh God,
so
the
good.
the best. No, I mean the match was all right. They made it work for what it was. I liked how they teased this though. When like after the match, when Solo comes in to do the spike, and Tama grabs the arm. For a second, I thought, okay, here we go. Like we're gonna see it happen, and then
you're not gonna get that. You're not gonna get that payoff on a SmackDown though. You should, but you're not.
See, it'd be nice. I mean, we do get turns and stuff and betrayals on SmackDown, but I think they're trying to wait for a bigger moment because I really think they're trying to elevate Solo and the MFTs.
Well, there's a lot going on, and I'm going to say something kind of controversial. Solo is getting his groove back. Like, he's kind of finding his groove, and he's entertaining again. Like, I'm enjoying seeing Solo, and, like, he just doesn't seem like Hacky McHackerson right now. He's actually, like, productive.
He's been a little more vicious lately, so I kind of need to see that out, especially with the heel. Especially if you're trying to make a monster faction or one that people should be afraid of, then they should be doing things that would make you think that way. So
then we get Cody Rhodes politicking and bitching and moaning, and I'll get him to sign the contract. And then Sami chimes in, and he wants to glom onto Cody, and basically Cody tells him to go stuff it, which sends Sami into a spiral, which is always fun to watch. Like, it's just, okay. We know what's coming. It's just, let it go.
Yeah, I kind of liked what Cody and Sami, when Cody kind of like, hey, you want to keep talking this way, you want to be this way, fine, then let's fight. I like that. The whole thing about Gunther, like, I still don't get why they're making it so difficult. Like for Cody and Gunther, it's silliness on both sides, Cody and Gunther. Like last week, Gunther almost lost his opportunity. Like, come on, this makes no sense.
I understand why it doesn't come across as Gunther playing games though. Like some people will do shit like that. Like Triple H, actually, there's a reason why they call him the Game, but like Triple H would do that, right? Like he'd start doing little things here and there, but it always was a means to an end. But you knew that about Triple H, so you were just like,
right. We don't know that about. All we know about Gunther is he comes in, he beats people up,
yes,
and the ring is sacred. Well, him playing games like that kind of belies.
that's
It goes against what I think Gunther should be and what we've seen of Gunther.
yep, folks. You're going to see a lot of this action tonight because the Skeetus.
Yeah, they're gonna think we're like at a Pentecostal revival. The racing. Ooh.
Um,
I don't know if we'll speak in tongues. My
uh,
accent, people probably like, yeah, you already do.
I know. Ka Harvard.
Forget about it.
So we get Tiffany Stratton in. Now the female title is the U.S. Open Challenge. And it's like, I get it, but you guys are starting to wear me a little thin and on. Everything's an open challenge. Obafemi has one. Now the U.S.
Open challenges and contract signings are getting to be a little too much.
Yeah, it's a little too much of the thing. And it's just like, ugh. And probably the best thing that came out here, obviously, Lash Legend comes out. Looked really good, by the way.
Yep.
But Lash comes out, and Chelsea Green comes out to make the save. And I came out of that with a couple of thoughts. One, I'm glad that I hope it becomes Tiffany and Chelsea because I think that's a winning combo.
Yes.
And then the other thing I came out of that after seeing her, I was like, Matt Cardona is a really lucky dude. Like, I was like, man, she put it on today. Like, I was like, yo.
I don't know if I've mentioned this to you, but you know when Cardona and Chelsea are on the road together, they stay in separate hotel rooms?
You did tell me that, and I always think of it, too. I was like,
She's a neat freak, and he's a slob, so they just decided they get their own room.
that's fine. He still goes home to that every night. And, whew, she was looking good.
Sean's fired up. No, she's great.
I calls it the way I sees it.
No, I like that now. She's like getting away from the silly outfit. She's kind of dressing a little more.
Well,
normal.
I don't, like, let her be a manager. I don't effing care. I think her and Tiffany would feed off of each other really, really well. So.
I don't want to just be I want her in the ring.
I do want her in the ring, but I also think that the dynamic of her, she has the ability to pull people along. And not that Tiffany doesn't have star power, but I just think that's the, it's like Fast and the Furious when they're always hitting the NOS. Like, that's Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green is NOS, right? Like, got to hit it. But
it's fun watching them together. So hopefully we'll see more.
I am going to say this. This Danhausen thing better pay off soon. Like,
well, it's paying off for the Knicks.
Bro, he made ESPN and all he did was...
They haven't lost since he uncursed them.
The best part is he put out a video and it was on ESPN and it's just him sweeping back and forth, doing a little foot shuffle.
Yep.
And he doesn't say anything. He's just like...
They have Danhausen and Knicks merch now.
Yes. I'm the one that put that out. Like,
yeah,
I saw that.
I know,
I was like,
it's crazy.
I think Cody Rhodes came out today and said that, like, Danhausen is the king of merch or something like that. Like, it is crazy.
Now, it'd be awesome if he got to go to one of the finals games, but I think they're still going to be on their European tour. I don't know.
I think it's funny, though, because he's like, this is where I want my seat, and it's just like, Knicks might want to give it to him. Shit, the Knicks might pay to fly him back if they have a rough finals or something, Yeah,
well, they're like 11-0 since he uncursed them, right?
It's crazy. They swept the finals, dude.
Yeah,
the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah, but the thing is, game one, they were down by like 22 with like 6 minutes to go and came back and won.
I don't care. And
then there's a spot where like it was going into game 4 and the Miz is like backstage talking about it and there's Danhausen behind him holding up the Knicks Knicks stuff. And
oh my God, it's so good. And the fact that he cursed the Cavs and obviously like love the Miz, but he's all Cleveland, so.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Stephen A. Smith is still cursed.
Of course he is. But
probably forever.
And it was funny too with all this because like Fraxium comes out and they start picking at the scab. I'm just like, this
Kathy
is great.
Kelly called the Miz out like right away. Well, how come you haven't been in any of the games if you're such a big fan? Like,
I know.
She called him out like Miz like, like I'm like, good on you, Kathy. Because
I know,
Kathy
right?
gets picked on, so she got a zinger in, so good for her.
Okay. We have to talk about something. Lil Yachty and Trick Williams, just chef's kiss, man. Yachty is just found his groove too. I've been kind of singing his praises a little bit, but as a sideman, I don't know how he found the balance. I don't know what he's doing, but the fact that he's just enough there, but he's not there. I love it. Like that, like people that have been in the business for a while need to start taking notes from Lil Yachty on how to be a sidekick, hype
so
man,
good too,
whatever you want to call it.
Sometimes Yachty like runs off a little bit too much at the mouth. Like he was telling Carmelo, like, nope, you get in line, you don't get a title shot, and Trick was just like, hey, hold the phone. Like he put Yachty in check. So I like that. Yeah. Like he lets Yachty go for so long, and then Yachty kind of crosses the line, and Trick's like, "Hold up."
I give Yachty credit though,
like,
when he whips out the notebook.
I'm the one giving and getting ass kickings here, like not you. Like,
yeah, but when he whips out the little notebook and he's like, he got a pedicure. It's like, oh my god, dude, you're a music artist and you're like this guy's secretary. It's so good.
It's hilarious.
This match, I was just like, I'm a huge South Park fan, right? And one of my favorite episodes is the informative murder porn episode, right? And if you haven't seen this episode, I highly recommend going and check it out. But long story short, it's about the cable company screwing you. And the kids want to go get informative murder porn. So like, you know, like bitches with knives or whatever the hell you call it, right? And like during the episode, like the cable guy, they're like, oh, that's terrible. And he opens up these flaps and starts rubbing his nipples. That was me during Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams, man. I was just like, oh, yeah. Like, holy shit, that was a fun one. And
I didn't think they were going to pull it off on us, the first one on a SmackDown.
They let it cook.
Yeah.
And I also like, it was smart because it just gives you that, that was your, like, crack. That was your meth, like, first one's on the house, just giving you a taste. And that gave me a taste, and I was like, I want lots of that. Like, it was so good. They worked so well together.
No, that was really good. Made sense with Ricky Saints kind of causing the distraction to cost Hayes. Because if Hayes just went over clean, it's like, where do you go? So there had to be something. Ricky Saints, man, I need to see more of him. I'm still not like.
I'm not there
sold.
on him. I'm not there on him.
I'm not invested. Now, don't forget, also, we weren't invested on Julia and Kiana James for a long. It took a little while for them.
I'm willing to admit that there's probably, I will say, like, some people I just need more, and I need to get comfortable with, and find out who they are. And I don't know who Ricky Saints is yet. So, okay, you know,
and his work rate is fine in the ring. Like what I've seen in the ring is good, no problem. But you got to get me to invest in you, whether I like you or dislike you, and why I feel the way I feel either way. Right now, I don't feel anything. Like he's just a new guy.
So, after this match and all this craziness sets up, we find out as Sami Zayn channels his own little Owen Hart, I'm not a nugget moment, and throws a temper tantrum. And I see in your notes you said no water bottles are safe.
That's the only thing. That's all he was doing was just like swatting water bottles. Like
I'm mad. Like, that's what it came across as. And then he has a conversation with catatonic Johnny Gargano, which I get that it's stupid. And Johnny Wrestling is a good wrestler, right? I get that it's stupid, but the fact that, like, Sami can go and, like, kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like, Sami just kind of, like, he's his sounding board, and here's catatonic Johnny Gargano just laying there. It was so good. It was a lot of fun.
And then Gargano gives you a little something where his fingers tip over the bottle, like, you know.
Yeah.
The
Just-
lights are on in somebody's home. It's just the lights are dim.
But that's the thing where it's like less
Yeah.
is more, man. Like I'm fine with it. And then
And people think it's silly, but I remember when Mick Foley in WCW got powerbombed on the concrete by Vader and developed amnesia, and they like hunted him down in like the rough parts of like Cleveland to find him like sleeping on the street or something. And people bought that stuff 30 years ago. So yeah, have fun with Sami Zayn and catatonic Johnny Gargano. It's been hilarious. But like,
I would actually enjoy it.
How much longer though do we keep going with this? Because now, I mean, it's been
No, but wouldn't it be great
minute.
if Sammy assumes that Johnny Gargano is like one of his unheard like Sami Zayn fans? And like he starts pushing Johnny Gargano on the box onto the ring.
It's my ride or die right here.
And Gargano's just laying there. Like, and then later on we find out that Gargano really isn't a Sami Zayn fan and hates his guts. Like, let it ride.
And watch every time they show Gargano, like they'll zoom in on his face for a while. He doesn't even blink.
No, I was
Like,
watching for that.
I'm like,
I was like,
man, like the eyes aren't tearing up because you have, you know. I'm like, dedication to your craft.
I appreciate it. All right, Matt. So I have a concern that the writer's room, they might have to start breaking the writer's room up. Because I have noticed a trend with WWE writers. They get a good idea, and then they just keep on running it back or twisting it into the same or similar thing. And here's why I say that. And it's going to kind of get us a little bit ahead of where we normally are. So we have this match where Charlotte and Rhea are up against Henley and Reed. And on the face side, this is, and I understand they were setting up the 6-woman tag, so I get why. But they're doing the unlikely partners, right? Like we've been building the friction between Charlotte and Rhea for a while, and now we have a match where it's like the unlikely partners, which fine, but we've also been building that Montez Ford wants nothing to do with Seth Rollins, and it's looking like we're going to have an unlikely partners match where it's him and Montez Ford and Seth against the Vision for the tag team titles. And it's like, okay, you know what I mean? Like, it. Spoiler alert, when we do our preview show, if that ends up being the case that it's Ford and Seth Rollins, I'm going that combo. Because then you can ride that out, and it's just like, then you got Dawkins on the outside looking in. You know, it works.
Yeah,
it's interesting, but this is another situation where it feels like somebody went, all right, we're going to pair Charlotte and Rhea because, you know, they don't get along. And then somebody, like, fast forwards and they go, you know, it would be really cool if we made Montez Ford be, like, Seth Rollins' partner. And it's like, bro, you're just, you're in vapor lock.
And to me, why would you do anything that could split up the Street Profits?
I don't think you're looking to split them. I think they did the injury angle with Dawkins. Well, I don't want to get ahead of myself because, like, we're going to talk about that because there was some great work done by Austin Theory this week.
Have you noticed too that lately, even with Charlotte being with Alexa, no matter what match she's in, she's like the face in peril in every tag team match. Like she takes like the long term where she can't make the tag, she gets double teamed, she gets beat up for like 8 minutes, and then she finally makes a hot tag. That's like even with her and Alexa, Charlotte's the one that gets beat down and has to make the hot tag to either Charlotte or Rhea.
I think it's to kind of twist the narrative. I think it's to twist the narrative a little bit because if I had Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair as a tag team, it's too easy and too tropey to have Alexa Bliss be the damsel in distress, right? Like she's smaller, more petite, so you're like, oh, of course she's in trouble. You know, whereas Charlotte's like a freaking Amazon and freaking tall as shit.
and I can get this because Rhea's the world champ, and you want your world champ to look strong. But even the Saturday night six-woman match, she played the face in peril in that match too. So, I mean, she does a great job at it. So, and I kind of like it because it's something different because we've seen Charlotte pretty much have a dominant decade or so. And now that she's kind of brought back down a peg, I kind of like it. It makes her more believable. The fans get behind her. It's working.
Well, and this is the
So
Charlotte
that's
Flair
not a complaint that
reclamation
she's
project.
playing like, they used to say the Ricky Morton face in peril. That's basically what Charlotte's doing. She's getting beat up, and she ends up making the hot tag. And I think that's a good thing. I really think it's a good thing to see her go through that because for years, Charlotte was almost untouchable. Like, she never would take severe damage in a tag match.
To your point, Fatal Influence looked great yet again. And, I'm looking at your notes and you're talking about how Alexa's great at playing Peacekeeper. And I think it works with the we're not friends. That the whole dynamic with Alexa as the Peacekeeper is actually pretty smart. So,
yeah, and that's been built on something that's been going on for a while.
And then we go Trope and we go Jade and her cronies show up and do things. And it's like, of course, you got a match tomorrow, so we'll allow it. You know what I mean? It's like, I want to not be so, no pun intended, jaded about stuff like this because, like, it is what it is. It's going to happen. Like, there's only so many ways you can reinvent the wheel in wrestling. So, like, you're going to get tropey stuff. I just need Kevin Owens here to tell me it's tropey. But, but yeah, it was fine. Then we get Damian Priest and Solo Sikoa. And let me tell you something, man. This Priest is heating up as well. And, we get the I don't trust you shit later on with Priest and Royce Keys because Royce Keys makes the save, but meh.
Yeah, I didn't really care for the match. I like where Damian Priest is going because he's of the things he's doing. The match itself, I didn't really like it. It's something about it it didn't flow. It was just a little off.
I think it's really weird. Like, I'm grading on a curve because I'm grading Priest against Priest. So, like, he has his match pace is not something that's going to burn the house down, right? Like, it is what it is. So, it is what it is. But then we finally see Blake Monroe in the background, who, shit if I know what the hell it means. Because I haven't seen her wrestle or, I know of the name, but...
Yep, same.
But Chelsea Green's interested, so I'm interested. So...
Yeah, and Blake just kind of blew her off, and you could actually hear the fans feel bad. They actually like, aw. You could actually hear them, aw, when Chelsea, yeah.
It would be interesting. It would be interesting to see Chelsea put together a real stable.
I think they're channeling her. I think the writers are going to start writing. I think she's a face. From what I'm seeing now with the Tiffy stuff, and she's still going to be conceited and a Karen, but I think she's going to be on the good guy's side, I think, the way they're going to write it.
She can just be Chelsea Green. It doesn't matter. Like,
well, I'm talking about who she associates with. Like, if it's with Tiffy, yeah. Because the fans have already made that. Like we say, the fans decide who's the face and who's the heel. Like, we have the say.
So then we get the Glamour versus the American Nightmare. And the match was...
For those of you who don't watch the podcast, that's Sami Zayn and Cody Rhodes.
I know. But if they don't know who the American Nightmare is, I don't know what to tell you. Everybody knows who the Glamour is.
Yes.
So... No, we get the Glamour and Cody Rhodes, and, like, it was a good match. And it was, like, well thought out in the match, and then we get, like... Matt, I love you, but I can't do this, like, old school wrestling shit. I'm gonna be honest with you. The sleeper is the most boring submission move ever. And, like, the fact that I'm seeing it so much, I'm just like... Like, how do you get excited with that? Like, it doesn't even look cool. It's just like, we've all done it. I've probably done it to you at some point, Definitely done it to my kid. Like, you know, the sleeper is just, it is cool. Everybody
How
knows
you
what
sell
this.
it, how you fight it, you know.
I know. It's just, ugh. It's so bleh. But Gunther is bleh.
I don't know.
So-
The ankle lock isn't the most exciting move, but boy, when Kurt Angle would throw it on, that place would come unglued.
I think the ankle lock, I think the beauty of the ankle lock, though, is
There's a lot of counters with it.
yes.
And the thing is, too, the person apply it, you can see them more because they're standing up. They're erect and the lights on them. Where Gunther, when he's choking them, they're on the mat. So
Yeah.
but I mean, I like UFC stuff too. So I don't know. I like. I like seeing my old school stuff from time to time.
I mean, the match is fine, and we're setting up for Clash in Italy. You know, I get it. You know, but no, SmackDown was pretty good. Like, I came out of SmackDown and I was like, wow, this is really cool. And it paid off. No complaints. Like,
Nope.
for a SmackDown that was 3 hours, I did not, hate my life. I did not start the...
Well, this Friday
know.
is your last 3-hour SmackDown.
Thank God. I'm such a hypocrite.
It goes to 2, and then we can't wait for it to go back. Then we get all excited when they say, "Oh, we're going back to 3 hours," and we're like,
That's
yes.
because 2.5 hours is the sweet spot.
Yeah.
Period.
I kind of
With
like
a little
it being,
flex.
during the summertime, though. I like it being short. Like,
Yeah.
not that I'm ready to go out clubbing on a Friday night at my age.
It's not to go clubbing. We have to watch Braun Strowman eat stuff.
Well, I'll watch something else. You can watch Braun Strowman eat and have food stuck in his beard that make like.
I, as a bearded man,
Yeah.
appreciate food getting stuck in the beard.
Well, not when you got a whole shrimp stuck in your beard.
Well, my dogs love it. Somebody's got to clean it up. All right, so let's move on to set.
I don't even know if that's PG, Sean.
You don't worry about what I do with the peanut butter, okay? Where I put it is my business.
Hey, honey, don't forget the rubber sheet and the gerbils. What movie is that from?
Well, the rubber sheets I always associate with Christmas Vacation.
Yeah, you go.
When
He does
he's
talk
like
about the gerbils.
when he's like, it'd be great if, you could watch the kids. And they're like, oh, get out the rubber sheets. Like,
Oh.
all right. So
Good old cousin Eddie.
So getting into Saturday night's main event. I am going to say this right up front. Best Saturday night's main event since they brought it back. Period.
I would say, yeah, definitely.
Name one that was even closely better top to bottom. There isn't one.
I mean, no, not even the John Cena retirement one. That was a good Saturday's main event. But
It
this
was
better.
good, but this one, top to bottom, all the matches
Yes.
clicked.
Yeah,
And
and the ladies got a lot of love Saturday night.
they did. They
That was
did.
good.
And so we kicked it off, and when I saw that this was going to be the match to kick it off, I was kind of like, and it turned out to be really, really good. Like, B-Fab looked good, Michin looked good, obviously Alexa, Charlotte, Rhea, they're all going to look good. Jade looked good. I love the ring gear and the Michael Jackson tribute when they came out.
That was cool. Minchin's got to work on her punches, man. They're horrible. But I'm telling you, B-Fab, best I've seen her.
Yes,
By far.
I picked up on that too.
Like, she finally looked like she crossed over that hump. Like, she finally, oh, I get it now. Like, her moves were slow. She wasn't out of position. People weren't waiting on her. Like, she was right there and involved. It was really good. And they were laying down. There was some stiff stuff in that match. They were laying stuff in. Yeah, Minchin might need to get her teeth realigned after getting drop kicked.
There was a couple of times where I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
So, all right, we're going to move on. So, Sol Ruca and Becky Lynch, because, bro, of course Jessica Carr is the ref. If I'm Becky Lynch, I'm leaning into that so hard. Why is Jessica Carr always my referee? Why?
Conspiracy.
Yep.
Out to get her. They're out to get me.
And I like
the system. The system's out to get me. The big brother, the whole thing.
I like how they convoluted everything with the finish where, Sol Ruca goes for the Soul Snatcher. Becky pulls the ref in front of the way, and she ends up kind of eating it. It was a little sloppy. Like, I'm going to say this about Sol Ruka. She is very good. The talent is evident, but she does have moments where it's like, okay, you got to clean it up. It's not bad, but you got to clean it up, right?
Kind of like we were just saying about BFAB,
Yeah.
getting in the right place. We saw that with Lyra, too, for a while. She was, like, out of place at times. So she'll catch it. I mean,
I have no doubt. I'm just saying
as good as they are in NXT, it's a whole different animal once you get on main roster. I mean, it's like going from AAA baseball to the major leagues, or any sport. I mean, there is a difference. So there is going to be a learning curve, and I think once she gets it, she's going to be fine because she has a great look.
Yes.
Super athletic. Like, fans like her. She's solid on the mic. Like, oh my gosh. You just do the fine-tuning on her and just keep letting her get better.
And that's what I was getting at. Like, it's fine-tuning. It isn't like
no, you're not
overhaul.
you're not. It's not like restoring an old hot rod. All the good stuff's there. You're just pink, like we say in the Army, pink house, purple shutters. Just little minor aesthetics.
Yes. But I like how the DQ went down and everybody's like, oh, so Ruka got DQ'd, and it's like they announced it and it's Becky got DQ'd.
I knew it was going to be Becky DQing because that's the only thing that makes sense.
But I mean, the fact that it was Jessica Carr that's the referee, the fact we all knew they were going to run it back at Saturday night's main event anyways. So, like, it all made sense. It all made sense.
No.
So I liked it. It was short. But yeah.
That's okay, because now guess what? How much more are you looking forward to seeing them really leak up at Clash in Italy?
It depends on what they do. That one is one where I need the match to match. You know what I mean?
But I'm saying if we saw them go at it for 8 to 10 minutes and then all the shenanigans happen, would you still be as excited, or is the unknown? It's more the unknown. Like, we only got to see 2 or 3 minutes, so we really don't know what they can do. So that's kind of piqued my interest in this match probably a little bit more. And now that the title's on the line, yeah, even better.
Yeah. No, and we've been building to this. Then we get Ethan Page and Penta. And whew. This was a fun one. Page is another one where I need the fine-tuning knob to go up a little bit.
Same.
But
I had that in my notes, but
Penta really carried it. The way Page maintains character work inside the match was really good. Like, I picked up on it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, his mannerisms were very well done. So I appreciated that.
Yeah, like I said, I put in my notes, he's got a little bit of cleanup to do, a little bit sloppy in spots, but he went move for move with Penta, and that's
that's no something hard to keep up with.
Yeah. And then my final thing is I put Page does have a big future in WWE, just not yet. So he's,
No, I think we're just on the surface, right? Like, he's going to end up becoming something. Okay. The match I
kind of want to see Page and LA Knight hook up. Like, come up with a story, whatever, but I'm just saying, those two in the ring, I think could be a lot of fun.
I think it's going to be interesting, like, with your Ethan Pages and a few others, that, like, when they start coming around to interact with people that they had a history with in NXT, I think it's going to be pretty cool, right?
Laughing at Katie carrying, like, tons of stuff.
It's not even tons. It's one thing.
But it's huge. Is that a mattress?
Yeah. Dog bed.
Oh, well, close enough with your dogs.
I have to step away and take a pause for the cause real quick because I have to go open a door. And never mind. We continue podcasting.
Yay,
I did
Katie.
notice that we lost our damn pause button. But it is what it is.
It's next to the Eddie
because back in the day when we were really shitty at this, now we're just shitty. Not really shitty, just shitty. Like, we had that pause button. You remember we would pause it every now and again, and then we'd have this, like, I don't know, it did craziness to the podcast.
Post edit, yeah.
Oh, God. But, yeah, so we get to the match I'm least excited about. And it actually turned out pretty good. Like, everybody looked good in this. And that is the Women's Tag Team Championship with Nia Lash and Paige and Brie. And probably the best thing that I saw in this match was the ending, which was Brie putting her foot on Paige's ass. I was like, that's headsy. That was smart. And they were the faces. They're the faces. Yep. So it made it that much more impactful because I was like, okay. A lot of stuff worked in this match.
It did. And you're going to be surprised to hear this, but Brie was really good in this match.
She was.
She was like, everything was looking crisp. Everything was looking smooth. When she does those running knees, like she changed her look a little bit. She went a little darker with her outfit.
I picked up on that.
It's not it doesn't look like she's like going to a bubblegum pop concert. You know, it's more.
This is what we wanted for
mature.
Nikki, though, right? Like,
exactly.
We talked about this with Nikki, where she's coming out to the Bella music, and you're just like, and then she comes out like, you know, in the over, you know, it's cool when you're in your 20s and 30s, but it's the person that can't let it go, right? Like, you know, like, I'm still wearing juicy shorts.
Yeah,
you know,
once you hit a certain age, it just goes from like cool to like creepy, weird, and like, yeah, stay away from that. Just like when you see like the dude in the club and he's like my age, and he's like trying to hang around the younger chicks, buying them drinks, and he's wearing the chains and the outfit. Oh yeah, dancing like he's stuck in 1985. Or
listen, the secret to dancing, every guy knows. You got to have you two-fist it. Then you don't have to worry about your hands. You just apparently there's video of me from Dover on Saturday when I was very dancey.
I would like to see that at some point.
Oh, it'll come to fruition. It's going to come with our series. I know I keep on promising it, but now that I'm past the hell month, I can actually sit down and do some proper work. But
so with Paige and Brie, just because I thought they had a good match doesn't mean I want to be long-term champions. Like, they need to wrap this up here in the next 4 to 6 weeks.
It kind of comes with a catch-22, though, because it has to be the right team to take it off of them, right?
Well, I also think Nikki has to be back and ready to go because I think she's got to be a part of it.
Yeah. So
we shall see when all
then we get
stars align.
We get the fun one. Street Profits and the Vision. And that match was all over the place, and it was so much fun.
It never slowed down.
No. And then, like, Braun came out to do his thing.
It started with, 10 minutes to the hour, right? So I'm thinking, they got to get this thing quick. And then I realized they're on Peacock and they can go over. And thank God they did, because if they would have cut that to the top of the hour, it would have killed the match.
There was so much good in that. Like, Dawkins launching Braun Breaker. Like, and that was one of those moments where, like, it happened and the way he landed on the chairs. And I was just like, ow, owie, owie, owie. You know, like, I was like, bro. And then, like, there was so much good. The brass knucks thing, all right? Like, they didn't make the cool part was, a lot of the times when Logan Paul gets slid the brass knucks or whatever, they make a big deal out of it.
There. Yeah.
And also, this time it was just like he did the move, and then the only thing you saw was him tucking him away. You're like, clever. There was a lot of really good stuff there, and it sucks that Logan Paul got hurt.
Yeah.
Because
as soon as he hit, I was like, oh no. As soon as he hit,
you could see
grabbed his arm. Yeah, I was like, oh, here we go.
And you saw how he kind of came down, and I don't know, like, he didn't really catch him. I feel like he jammed his arm on the mat,
it was
on the outside mat, and it was just wonky, and it was just bad luck. And, like, it's so bad. It's so upsetting because that match was the
Logan's
first time
been cooking too, like the last
that match
bit.
but that was the first time those two were kind of on their own and out of the shadow of Braun Breaker and everything else with the Vision, and they were putting out. Like, you felt like this was the turning point, right? Like, and the sad part is, like, even when they stood tall at the end, you saw Paul kind of lip to Braun Breaker, like, yo, man, take it easy on my arm. He said it in the ring when they went to lift his arm up. Yep, he said it. And I was like, oh, this sucks. Sucks. Because, like, everything worked. And it's just one of those things, man. And I'm not going to lie to you. There is going to be, like, a biopic. It's going to be on Biography, like, 20 years from now about the Vision. The most cursed faction ever.
What could have been? Yeah.
What could have been? But, I mean, they're making orange juice out of lemonade. I don't know. Like, they're making it work. Because,
chicken
like,
salad out of chicken shit, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, no, they really, and we're going to see when we get to, well, we'll get ready to jump into it because
yes,
at some point, but just the show itself, like, again, like, that's what a Saturday Night Live main event should be. Like, somewhere in between your Raw, SmackDown, and your PLEs, and that's exactly what it was. You know, you not every match was a major story match, but everything worked, and it was match. Then match. They did this with the Backlash pay-per-view. There wasn't a lot of backstage shenanigans. They just focused on the matches.
That's
so
what Raw and SmackDown's for.
Right. That's what you get. So it looks like, and I forget how many matches are this weekend, but I think it's 6, right, for Sunday, for the card.
Well, I don't know. We're going to have to look it up because I really do think it's going to be the Vision versus.
They keep adding. So I think they're going to go with that. I think they've listened to the fans. They don't want the 4-match PLEs. Like, yeah, give us 6 or 7 matches without a lot of in-between fluff. Like, PLEs is wrestling. Raw SmackDown is more episodic. That's where your story is. You can further your stories on the PLE, but you don't have to have 10-minute promos on your PLE.
The story should be furthered by what's going on in the ring.
Right. So either what happens before, during, or right after the match should add to the story. We shouldn't have to, like, have a continuing saga throughout a PLE.
I would like where Saturday night's main event becomes more about all the other stories, and then you take care of your biggest stories on the PLE.
Yeah.
And maybe one match is
I was
like...
going to say, you could have like a world title match or like a big blow-off match like for your main event. But yeah, that's where you can showcase some of your undercard talent or even just throw like a dream match on Saturday Night Live. Like, heck, like I said, do Ricky Saints and LA Knight. You could just do it out of Saturday night where they could just have a beef on Raw and Pierce could be like, you guys can hash it out on Saturday night.
Yeah.
And then, you know, whatever. Mix it up a little bit. So, but this right here, this should be your template for how to do a Saturday night's main event.
Yeah, it was excellent. It was excellent. And I go into Saturday night's main events expecting shit.
You do. You're always down.
You know, because
I even said last week, I'm like, this card looks pretty good. This might be.
But you were waiting for it to, like, crap out, right? Like, you were just like, no.
Roman Reigns wasn't on the show, so that was one less thing for it to crap out on.
Anyways, so let's get
disturbance in the force. The Roman Reigns fans
we're going to talk Raw, so we're going to talk about
They're angry.
So,
of course,
Paul Heyman,
because we end up wrapping like the last 30 minutes of the show talking about him.
Yes, I need my weekly moment to crap on Roman Reigns.
So anyway, while we wait for Sean to get back, I guess we're getting ready to get into Raw.
I am uploading.
Oh.
I have no Matt.
That might be me.
So, all right. So we're going to kind of wait for Matt to reconnect.
Come on, bro.
I don't know what's going on with this network. I will be texting him. So this is going to be fun. Yes. Live.
All right.
And up to the minute.
All right. Sorry.
Oh.
My internet just dropped. My good quality internet.
I just said that. Well, thank God we were between shows. I was
Yes.
literally texting you to tell you froze. All right, so Paul Heyman kicks off Raw, and there's a lot of Paul Heyman going around, and I found myself going, okay, I think he's going to talk about Brock, but let's see. And he ends up talking about Brock Lesnar, and he basically sets up the video, Brock basically saying, the one good thing about the Brock video, I like that he said he's still retired.
Yep.
Right? Yep. He's just like, you're going to get your ass beat by a retired dude. And I like that it takes away that, oh, he's back, but he's only half-ass retired. You know what I mean?
No,
so
he said,
I like that.
He said he's retired.
Yep. He said he was retired. So Ova comes out, Paul Heyman shitting in his pants because he thinks he's going to die. Because that time when Roman Reigns was away but still calling the shots and Solo Sikoa and team put him through the table. Oh, yeah, that's right. We'll get into it. Ova kills it. He's like, I'm not going to hurt you. You're going to take him a message. Last time I was just trying to beat you. Now I'm trying to kill you. Like, great line. It
was. Boy, the crowd reacted for that one, didn't they? Because you don't hear stuff like that
everything
anymore.
Everything Oba does is very, I don't want to call it simple, but it's nuanced. And I really do like it. And I like that it's that nuanced that,
he doesn't.
No, but he says words. Stuff.
Yeah, it's substantial. What little he says is enough. No, I thought Oba was great there. I really liked it. And I like the fact that even Brock admits he got humbled. Like Brock's not, Brock didn't make any excuses, and I like that too.
No, he didn't. He was just like, you beat my ass so bad, I figured I was done. Love it. Love it.
It took a little bit of like, okay, now I can see why he came back. I still don't love it because I thought the perfect ending was WrestleMania.
I don't either.
But the only thing is now this is probably going to go to a 3-match series ending at SummerSlam where Brock will probably bow out his career, whatever. But to me, I think it kind of stunts Oba's momentum. He had huge momentum after WrestleMania, after he beat Brock. And now, if Brock comes back...
The problem is... yeah, I know. But the problem is who's next in the shoot, right? I think you have to legitimately...
are they buying time for when Bronson Reed comes back? Have you seen Bronson?
I'm wondering if
Bronson Reed is a freaking monster, folks. If you have not seen it, just go Google just go on Google and put in recent photos of Bronson Reed.
It's on his X account.
Like his gut and half of his legs went to his upper body. He is huge.
Yep.
Monster.
No, I hope so, but I don't necessarily need a big guy. What I need is, so I appreciate Brock being back, but on the flip side, I like you, I'm not thrilled about it. So really what I thought was going to happen was a couple of weeks of just curb stomping dudes, right? And then we were going to get somebody that gave him fits, right? That just frustrated him. Not necessarily that he loses, but he doesn't get that, how do I put it? He doesn't get that overwhelming dominant win, right? Somebody has counters to him and stuff like that. But this works for now. I just don't want to ride Brock Lesnar into anything else. He can wrestle Ova Femi and that's it.
Yep.
That is all.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to see Gunther retire him at SummerSlam. I really don't.
Nope. I don't want any piece of that. This is this.
And you know what? I have a feeling they could do that because what will happen is say Oba beats Gunther, and now he's 2-0. I mean, Oba beats Brock, and he's up 2-0 on Lesnar. I just don't want to see it where I don't want him to declare it's his final match in Minneapolis. And then Gunther just shows up and he's like, I'm going to retire you. Okay, we can let that lay. I don't think it works. As much as I like Gunther, like
I don't
that
either.
should not be his main focus in life is being the cause for people. If the opportunity presents, yeah, but here I don't like it for him.
I think it works better for Gunther when it's happenstance and not deliberate, right? Like if you try to make that character all about retiring people, right? It's not effective. Now, if it goes where he just been in these positions and if he seeks it out, it's not going to work. But if
No.
it's the
Falls in
cards
his
kind
lap,
of
it's a
fell where
different
they
story.
may,
Yep.
yes, exactly.
All right.
But
And let's
this
just
next
continue on
match-
with another. Oh my gosh! Like match after match this weekend was like so good.
I know, but this one, it was so good, but man, it had a couple of rough bumps in this one. Like Penta launching him into the table and he taking it just spine first, right on the edge too. And I was like,
Oh,
whew, I felt it.
I'm
the kid
thinking
fought
that,
through,
ribs,
man.
kidneys. Man, he took a beating.
And then there was the spot on the apron. Oh my god! Like there was like 3 or 4 bad bumps in this. Nobody's fault. It's just how it kind of played out. But man, they were throwing down, bigger than shit.
And I might get some hate on this, but I don't think Javon needs to be doing these crazy spots as much because it's going to put a shorter expiration date on his career if he keeps doing stuff like this. I get it. He's 21, 22 years old, but he keeps doing that. He's going to be like, 30. He's going to be injury prone all the time. He's going to be our version
I've seen
of
a lot
Darby Allin. Like, I'm waiting for Darby Allin to like kill himself. Like just some of the crazy stuff he does. I don't want people putting that label on Javon Evans.
I've seen a lot of stuff on social media about this, at least about him. And it was basically like him being mentored, like, hey, this is all fun now, but you got to get yourself over some other way because you're not going to be able to do this shit forever. So, and this was off on social media and stuff like that. So, like, I get it, but I like that he's being mentored that. Then this backstage segment with Theory and Paul Heyman, and it was
I love this. So good.
So genuine from Austin Theory. Like, fuck, man, my partner got hurt. Now I got to forfeit my title. He's like, I don't even know what to do with the damn title, blah, blah, blah. And Paul Heyman's like, don't worry about it. The Vision defends the tag titles, not Austin Theory and Logan Paul. I was like, oh, so slimy and so good.
Freebird rule, man.
And I love that they did that. I love that, like, Heyman kind of unleashed Austin Theory. Like, go do what you got to do. You got a project now. Meaning attacking everybody that was involved in getting Logan Paul hurt. So he comes out and he just.
I love that because, like, Heyman is an old school guy, and that stuff. So Heyman growing up in New York, I mean, we call it the Freebird rule. This actually goes back to the Valiant brothers of the 70s because it was 3 brothers. And basically any 2 of the 3 could, when they were the tag champions, could defend the title. So, I mean, this is something that's gone back 50 years, and, like, Paul pulls it out. So when I saw that, I loved it because I'm like, okay, it gave the old timers, like it was a cool moment for me because it brought me back. And it was just brilliant. So now you can have Logan Paul and Braun Breaker as a team and see how that goes. And once Bronson Reed comes back, and this is the worst time for Logan Paul because he's been cooking. Whether people out there personally like him or hate him, his character was on fire, man. He was
hitting it. And that's what I was saying with that match on Saturday night. I was like, they finally gelled. Like, they were working off of each other. There was so much good out of those two, and then it all went to shit.
Well, being with the Street Profits doesn't hurt either, because how good the Profits are.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. But
no, your dance partner's got to be good, too. You can only be so good as, you do need a good dance partner, and the Street Profits were definitely good dance partners. And boy, Austin Theory didn't waste much time, did he? Like putting Paul Heyman's order into effect. Aye,
no,
sir.
he goes
right
out
straight
and
away.
Yeah, I go do things now.
Oh,
And he goes out and he like shellacks Joe Hendry. And like, I'm gonna say this, right? I don't like that Joe Hendry was singing the Fire Logan Paul song.
I didn't
Mostly and I'll say why. It's funny if Paul is there to defend himself and react to it. But it's like, how are we still doing this? Like, we should have had him cut a promo and then get housed by Austin Theory. You know, Seth tries talking to Dawkins after that, and, you know, Ford's just not having it. You know, Javon runs into Penta and apologizes to him for being kind of a shitty loser. And then Ray and Penta talk, and Penta wants to wrestle Ray. You know, I guess that night, I guess I haven't been paying close enough attention. Ray is now the GM for AAA.
Yeah, I guess it was announced last Saturday night on the AAA show on YouTube. Which, by the way, we will be watching AAA Saturday night. So, expect some combo next week about Mask v Mask, I think.
For Mask v Vax, and I'm ready. All right, so then we get a match.
That crowd in Monterey is going to be like losing their minds the whole show. It's going to be fantastic.
That match is going to be off the chain. Even though I know who's winning, that match is going to be off the chain.
Yeah.
And if they swerve me, I'm going to drive and punch Undertaker in the face. There's only one right answer in that match. One. Uno.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Not in the groin? You're not going to Danhausen punch him in the groin?
I'll do that too. I don't effing care. There's only one right answer to that match.
Yes.
It can be a great match. It should be a great match. Chad Gable's a phenomenal wrestler, but there's only one right answer in that match. One.
Yep. Kaiser. Sorry. My grandfather had a Kaiser. No.
Sorry, I saw a clip
of it's an old car built in the 40s and 50s.
No, I saw a clip of Rob Schneider, and he's like talking about like how his grandfather never talked about World War II, and then like he goes, finally his grandfather's going to talk about it. And like he was like, "Oh, tell us about Omaha Beach," and then he whips out this German accent. And he was like, "We were getting up in the morning." And I just lost it. I thought it was the funniest shit because you never think about it that way, right? Like, we never think about the other side of that story. No. And like the fact that he went there, I was like, "Wow, that is pretty messed up." Like, it's funny though. But all right. This was my least favorite match of this night. And this is Roxanne, Raquel, Bayley, and Lyra. And there's two things that I will say that were good about it. I like that Liv got ejected. And I'm not going to lie. Dom did a real slicky boy when he slid the AAA title into the ring. Like, he did that. That was slick. And it was clean.
He was right in front of the ref.
You know what I mean?
It did it. Yeah, it was.
Right behind the ref, though. Like, he slid the belt in and then got up and argued with the ref. It was crisp. I liked it a lot. So like, that was really well done.
Did you hear about today? I think it was either today or yesterday. Dom got on social media or something, and he says that WWE has no story for him. They don't know what to do with him because he's so hot. Like, they can't. He's so good they can't figure out a storyline. So I guess that's his new thing. But I guess that's a kind of a pocket shot at creative. Like, hey, I'd like to be doing something. I mean, he should be defending that AAA championship a little bit more. Definitely.
Probably. All right. So Roman Reigns is backstage. First off, question: when did Adam Pearce become Roman Reigns' bitch? Like, the fact that he gave more pushback to freaking CM Punk when he had the title then Roman Reigns, he's just like, yeah, boss, I'll get that skip. You know what I mean? Like, he's another one of his lackeys.
Roman has a belt boy. There's a guy that just comes up and hands him his belt. That's like his sole job in life. Like, come on.
And then on top of that, like, this is where I get frustrated with Roman Reigns. Because there's good and there's bad just in this segment alone, right? The good, Roman saying, I had no choice. I am the tribal chief. I had to accept the challenge. Good. The bad, he basically says that, like, Jacob's going to become his bitch boy.
Yeah, he'll have to serve me if he loses.
Are you effing kidding me with this shit? I don't know how they're writing themselves out of this, but I'll wait until the last segment to really get in.
What I tell you Roman was? Roman's a communist, folks. He says that everybody's equal, but
facts.
He's still the superior, like he's the supreme leader.
Rules for thee, not for me.
Not for me. So yeah, Roman is a communist.
Yeah. So all right, LA Knight comes out. And this is another one that, like, Metzler's was shitting all over it. And I'm like, finally, somebody's saying it, right? And, like, LA Knight was just basically like, why you doing this? Like, yeah, big tough guys, you went 3-on-1 on Jacob. He calls him out on it, and rightfully so. We did on this podcast, too.
Yep.
And, like, I will say this isn't the bloodline of old, and there is some meat on the bones. Jimmy has been phenomenal.
He has, and like we call him the voice of reason, and LA Knight kind of said the same thing. He's kind of.
There's a lot there.
Jimmy's the best talker out of the three. Jimmy by far is the best.
I even joked in our text thread that, like, LA Knight is reading or listening to our podcast because, like, a lot of the stuff LA Knight brought up, I was like, preach, brother, preach.
Yep. Oh yeah.
You know, so.
Nope. It was a really, and you know what? Fuck Dave Meltzer.
Yeah, I get it, man. But, like, to sit there and just whine and complain and be like, I just don't get it. Like, you're not paying attention then.
That's because Meltzer's too busy slobbing the knob of Khan over there and the folks at AEW.
Whatever. All right.
Meltzer's a hell of a guy. Other than that, great guy.
All right. So a lot of pitter patter about the IC title, which we know Penta is always gonna. I do like Ethan Page here a little bit. Like, yeah, where he just kind of sidebars. He's like, yo, Rusev, they tried to cut you out. And he, like, chucks the deuces damn well in the air. And I was like, well played. That was a good little douche nozzle move, man. I like that. And then, all right. So, match of the night, Montez Ford and Seth Rollins. Just let them cook, man. That match was just so good.
Storytelling was good.
Oh, and I think, just the ending with it, Theory coming out, there was just a lot there. And I could have watched that match because Ford's phenomenal. We know Seth can have a match with anybody, but, ooh, child, so good. So damn
And I liked
good.
how the match went because it ended up, you can see how now they respect each other. Like, they don't like each other, but there's a respect there and a willingness that they're going to work going forward. So, yeah, I really like that. I just like the fact that
they fought
Seth
it
Rollins
out.
Wrestling 2 weeks in a row, we got Seth wrestling on Raw finally. Like, things are coming back to normal.
Yeah.
And I kind of like, I'm sure people
Then we get Ray.
Why Seth with the Street Profits? It's something different. I like to see, it's nice to see Seth work with not the usual cast of characters. I like it.
There is a rumor. I saw a rumor. I don't know validity in it. There is a rumor that Seth is going to make a new Shield. So we'll see, which could be interesting on many fronts. I will not comment on it unless it happens. So, all right, Rey Mysterio and Rusev. And what we learned was, I don't know how. I don't know what he's drinking from. I don't know if his A1Cs are imbalanced, but Rey Mysterio has no business being as good as he is, especially against big dudes at his age.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah,
redonkulous how good he still is.
He's like 51 or 52 years old. He's like, yeah, I mean, he's one of the old. He's not much younger than R-Truth.
Yeah, he has no business being that good. Got a bug in the eye.
No. No, and you know, I was mentioning in the group chat, we were kind of talking about it. Rey Mysterio, as far as a smaller wrestler working against a big wrestler, is the best I've ever seen, by far. I mean, Shinsuke does it really good. We've seen it with some of the other guys like Fraxium, and even back in the cruiserweight days, you know, with Malenko and all those guys. Eddie Guerrero was really good at wrestling against bigger guys. But Mysterio just takes it to another level. And it makes sense, because a 5'4" guy shouldn't be beating guys, 300 pounds. But the way Ray does it, you can understand. It makes sense. And it's so good.
And then Dragon Lee comes out, and he's feeling himself, too. Like, oh, my God.
Dragon Lee ate his Wheaties that morning because he was all over the place. Like, I'm like, where did this come from? Like, I loved it.
Yeah. Yeah, Dragon Lee was like, woof.
Last time we saw Dragon Lee, he was getting pulverized by Gunther.
Let him go. Let him cook.
Yes. And then we come to one of my favorite things.
You ready to talk some Roman?
Yeah.
Matt's internet is not playing ball with me right now.
It is not.
He's like choppy and,
Yeah, it hates me.
But it's all good because we're professionals here.
All right.
As you can tell, as I sit in my lawn chair.
And I'm back.
Yeah, brother.
Well, there's been a lot of weather, but it's cleared up now. I don't get it. Whatever.
Usually it's me, so.
Oh, it's not you.
It's not you, it's me.
It's me, yeah. Holy shit.
Let's talk Fatu. And so Fatu comes out for the contract signing. We get a lot of furniture tossing and whatever.
Yeah.
Fatu signs the contract. Roman comes out, tells everybody, "You're all my bitches, get the hell out of the ring." He's already signed it. And this segment to me felt like, you know how during the CM Punk one where there was all this animosity and then we got the "I love you but I hate you" like promo right before, and it derailed everything? This wasn't as bad as that, but it was pretty effing close.
Yeah, but at least this kind of makes sense because at the end of the day, there's still blood and they're related.
But like,
with
I feel like
with Roman and Punk, it didn't come off good. But I mean, I didn't love it. I didn't even really like it. Like the handshake and the forehead, I'm like, okay, whatever.
Thank you. Well, so the real question is, how the hell do you get out of this? Because here's the deal. If you turn Jacob into a bitch boy, you've just derailed everything that Jacob has worked for.
And the fans will shit all over it all day, too. Or at least...
Oh, my God. It'll be terrible. And, we all know there's Bloodline Roman Reigns stance. And they'll be like, this is the greatest thing ever. He's back where he belongs in the family, blah, blah, blah. And, honestly, Jacob should just be like, fuck you. I don't understand it. And, I don't know how you write yourself out of it. Honestly, the best answer is Roman loses. And then we finally get my damn redemption arc. I do find it funny that Ford, when he was shitting on Seth Rollins earlier in the night, what are we doing? The Seth Rollins redemption tour?
I know. That was a great line.
I was like, oh, Fontez Ford listens to our podcast.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God.
We're also waiting for the Roman Reigns redemption, arc to happen too.
Yeah, I think I am trying really, really, really hard not to shit on Roman. Not to shit on this feud is fine. That's the worst part about it. The feud is fine.
Better feuds he's been in. This is one of the better programs he's been in a while. And I will say, we do get hot on Roman Reigns, but at least this run, especially up to WrestleMania, but especially post-WrestleMania, he seemed vested. Like, he actually seems like he cares. So while
He's not going
story,
through the motion.
no, and while the story doesn't click on all cylinders, like the effort is there by Roman. We're seeing a more active Roman, like he's been involved in more physicality than we've seen him on the regular in a while.
Well,
So
he
I mean,
feels a little less protected as well, right? Like,
yeah, he's looked a
there's
lot more
been times
vulnerable.
during his last run he felt really protected, and I also like that he's handling his own business. He didn't have to be asked to like handle his own business. He's doing it on his own, right? Yes, the Usos come out, so that part still kind of sucks and makes no sense to me. But in general, at least as it pertains to Jacob, he's been doing his own work.
Yep. And he's actually come across a lot more vulnerable this time around.
That's why I want him to lose.
Yeah.
Honestly, if he was to lose right now, I think it's actually a good thing. I really, really do. One, mega swerve. Nobody's going to buy it. Right? Like, because like during his Bloodline run, what did we say? Nope, it's not SummerSlam and it ain't Mania.
Yep, so it ain't happening. The closest that we thought it would happen was Drew McIntyre at the Clash in Scotland.
Clash in the Castle.
Because that would have made perfect sense, and yeah, well.
Yeah. And to a lesser extent, his match with Sami Zayn too, but like...
The one in Montreal?
Yep.
Or Quebec, yeah, that was...
I said to a lesser extent, honestly, the Drew McIntyre one was the one that really should have done it. But no, I think what really should happen is, man, you could do a lot of juiciness. Man, think about it this way, Matt. If he loses to Jacob, and Jacob is the tribal chief, if you will, man, he could have the Usos turn on him. He could get Solo to like start beating it. Like I would have every Samoan.
So here you go with your redemption arc story.
Yes,
Jacob
like
wins.
Everybody
talking about this, but Fatu says, Jimmy and Jay, you no longer associate with Roman. Roman, you're on the outside looking in.
Yes,
you're on your own.
But even more so than that,
don't go running to Solo and his group either. Like. The order goes out to the MFTs and Solo either. Like, Roman is no longer part of the bloodline. He's been ostracized.
Like, because wouldn't it be a fun summer? Think about it, though. Like, you could play it so well. So, like, you have Roman lose. Jacob is now in charge. Jacob... And then everybody thinks the Usos are going to be reluctant to whoop Roman's ass. But Solo gives him the go beat his ass. And everybody's like, oh, you play it off where they're a little conflicted. And then all that pent up anger, all the shit he put them through, all comes out in one ass whooping. And then you make him climb the mountain back. It's actually way, way more compelling. And I would have it where out of nowhere, here comes Solo and the MFTs, have them beat his ass. Like Roman should go on a 3-week tour of getting his ass whooped. And then all of a sudden...
Could Fatu be the one used to unite the Samoan dynasty again? Because it's fractured. And there's got to be somebody that brings it back together. It looks unlikely because you have this loose cannon with Fatu, but what if somehow he was the guy that was able to...
I think he could do such amazing... Because what happens, right? Like, hate doesn't endure, right?
Right.
Hate and anger never endure. Like, you can get pissed off, but you're never going to be able to maintain it, right? Like, so, like, those first couple of weeks need to be, like, the cleansing of the soul, man. Getting it all out. And I'm not just talking verbally, like, whooping Roman's ass. And what it does is, then you have him start kind of not groveling, but working his way back. And just like Seth Rollins is going through right now with all the people he's kind of effed over, you do it with Roman.
Well,
and
the thing Roman's not only screwed over family members, he screwed over about everybody outside the family too. Name a superstar that Roman Reigns has not screwed over at some point. Screwed over Sami Zayn, screwed over Cody Rhodes.
Matt,
Randy Orton, has he screwed over Randy Orton? I'm sure he's done something to Randy.
Yes, he has. Matt, what if the only person willing to deal with Roman after this is all done, or during this journey, is Seth Rollins himself? What if Roman is so down in the dumps that the only person he can turn to is Seth Rollins?
Boy, that's some crow that's some crow Roman's got to eat too.
Oh, but it would be so good. Because
pie.
we know Seth is eating this humble pie now.
It would be brilliant. It would be absolutely brilliant.
Oh my God, it would be so deep. It would be like,
talk about meat on the bone. That's a cowboy steak right there. You could with all
that's
that.
That's a whole
stuff.
damn cow, dude.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
think about it though, because so you have Seth trying to recover, right? Like now he's kind of sort of okay with Ford. They at least mutual respect. Roman goes down, gets his ass beat. Because here's the other problem, right? And it's the problem you're going to have with Obafemi. It was a problem with Brock Lesnar at a time. When you make somebody so invincible, the problem with the end of the Bloodline run was he beat everybody on the roster like twice.
Yeah, but
nobody was credible until Cody came in.
How many of those were clean?
It didn't matter though.
I know.
He never beat anybody. He beat the whole roster twice, and it was just like nobody's credible. Because you would look at the track history, you'd be like, "Oh, KO can do it." No, he beat KO twice. Oh, Drew McIntyre, Clash at the Castle, Sami Zayn, But if you had him get his ass beat, and he's on the outside, like I said it years ago, Island of irrelevancy, population of 1.
All right, you said it earlier in the show, and I'm going to go there. You said that this talk about a new Shield, could that be an opportunity like you just talked about Roman Reigns? You think they have that in mind if they're talking about the new Shield?
No, because you wouldn't put them together. But I think...
Well, I mean, we're talking about putting them together at some point.
No, but I'm talking about... I think it has to be mano y mano. No, it has to be a one-on-one. Because... it's got to be Festivus, right? Like there has to be airing of grievances between those two. And they never should get 100%. They never should be okay. It would be a smart moment at the end of it, for Roman to turn on Seth. So Roman starts getting his comeuppance now, right? Like meaning... they start grooving a little bit, and then all of a sudden Roman cracks Seth with the chair. Like you 180 everything, right? Like, it'd be so good, dude. It'd be so good.
Roman will turn on Seth before Seth has the opportunity to think about turning on Roman again.
Yes. Like it needs to be, so you would have this timeline where Roman gets his ass beat. Like he's out. Jacob is the tribal chief now. He's kicked out, he got voted off as Survivor, and he's just getting his ass whooped. And like the only person he can turn to is his worst enemy, which is Seth Rollins. And then that truly fosters the environment of his redemption story. That's all I want. I want a redemption arc for Roman Reigns. But I think if you put Jacob over and then just have Roman go through his hard times leading up into it, bro.
I'm down.
Bro, SummerSlam would be off the chain, dude. And then at some point, you take the title off of Jacob, too. So if you're going to run back for the third and final time, Jacob, because here's the problem, right? Roman Reigns has won both tribal combat matches he's been in. Ugh. if you go chalk on this one, you're not going to get any payoff. You're not. And you're actually going to do more damage to Jacob than you are going to help Seth or help Roman.
Yeah, because Roman's supposed to go away after summer. So is that after SummerSlam, or are we talking September, like October?
Bro,
Like,
all I know is if I had the pencil, podcast name.
yeah,
If I had the pencil, I would totally have Jacob go over, and then like we would have Roman kind of eating a lot of crow and taking a lot of ass whoopings. Because now,
it would make sense to do it this weekend, because if Roman's only going around for the summer, you have enough time to get a lot of the story written. And guess what? Roman can go away and he can come back, because he'll probably come back around WrestleMania time. You can pick up the story, because Roman went away in exile. You know, they could have drove him into exile where he had to go think about his life choices and whatever. And
I don't know. I think that's the best story you could tell, though, man. Like, you
and
get Roman.
we're talking about. Yep.
Oh,
go ahead. No, go ahead.
Roman's redemption arc. Finally let the Usos get payback for being treated like shit. And if you make them crawl back to Seth Rollins, it's the ultimate low of lows for Roman Reigns. Like, it is so juicy. Man, juicy's the word of the night, man. We were talking about juicy shorts.
One thing I just want to kind of end on from my half is going back to Seth Rollins and the Montez Ford match. I love the little things, like Seth telling Montez, like, I'm trying to change. Like, he's trying to, like, even during the match while they're beating on each other, I don't know if you caught it, but he's like, hey, I'm trying to change. I'm trying to do the right thing. He was saying that in the ring to Montez, and even carried it back into the backstage.
Yes.
So I kind of like it. And again, I think I kind of like the idea of him using somebody different, like the Street Profits. I'm still hedging on KO coming back, but it's kind of nice to put the Street Profits and associate them with, you know, an elite guy like Seth Rollins.
Yeah,
it elevates them. Like, you and I know, and a lot of wrestling fans know, how great the Street Profits are. But now if you put them with a top-tier guy, like a WrestleMania main eventer, now you've given them even more cred.
I think it's going to be a lot of fun to see. I really do think if it's Montez Ford and Seth Rollins versus the Vision, they're going over. And then we'll get weeks of the awkward couple, right? The odd couple as tag titles. And the worst part is Dawkins would be there like, bro. And actually, that actually works for Seth.
Actually,
hear me out.
Hear me out.
Hear me out. Because I'm probably going to say what you're thinking. They win. Dawkins gets healed. Seth hands the belt to Dawkins and tells him, I'm stepping away. Y'all take your titles and continue to be champs. I was just filling in.
Once they brought Dawkins back from storyline injury, if they go this route.
I like it.
Well, it would show like his character. You know, it's a good show of his character.
Well, that's the whole point, right? Like, it would be the good faith move. Like, he's giving up his chance at, not his chance at gold, but he's giving up his belt to basically thank the Street Profits. So, like, that would work so well. So well.
Isn't it great? There's a lot of, like, Seth's back and healthy and there all the time.
There's so much you can do with Seth, and I think
that guy we don't talk about Seth a lot. You know, we do at times, but
he's the worker, right? And I think the problem is he's such a worker. I think because he's such a worker, though, I think we kind of take him for granted because we just assume he's always going to be there. And like right now, his story, believe it or not, is one of the better told stories in WWE.
I'll agree with that.
Him kind of crawling around in the back, like telling anybody that'll listen to him, I've changed, I'm trying to change, I'm trying to be better, blah, blah, blah. And nobody buying it. Oh.
Yeah, because it's like the boy who cried wolf story.
Yes.
Like, you know, that's exactly what it is. So it's...
No, I love it so much. And like I said, we could get some juicy Roman Reigns stuff, man. Like, honestly, I would have Roman, like I said, I would have it where Roman probably gets a minor one-up right before SummerSlam and costs Jacob the title. So whoever wins the title can go off and do something. And then him and Jacob go at it strictly for the Ulafala or tribal chief.
Well, isn't the Ulafala up for grabs Sunday?
Technically, yes.
Under Tribal Combat, it is, yeah. Or is
My point
what did LA Knight call it? The Ufala?
Ufala.
Ufala.
I don't know.
I don't know. But even like
Uka Shaka.
Yeah, Jake
But
can't keep in character.
But
I'm
off my meds.
No, it's just funny because like it broke him when LA Knight screwed up the Ulafala. Like Jay just like lost it on camera, and Jay's historic for that, which is fun. I like it.
I like it because it means he's got a sense of humor. But
it does.
So do we, though. So Matt, it's so funny. Why don't you just tell the folks where to find us?
Well, before we get to that, we are going to do a preview show on Saturday morning.
We are. That's what I was going to bring up.
Okay. Well, anyway, before we bring that up, if we do our preview show, it will be live and it will be on YouTube. But
correct.
You can also find us for our non-live stuff as well as on YouTube. You can find us on TikTok, Instagram, X, and for full episodes, also again on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify.
Yep, like Matt said, we're going to do a live. We'll do a preview prediction show. Nothing too fancy. It will be live, though.
Matt SmackDown, probably.
We'll schedule it. We'll get it up on the schedule so you guys will know when to tune in. But it'll be fun. We'll talk SmackDown.
It will be Saturday morning. We just haven't determined what hour in the morning. Time.
But as you can tell, we're both in the great outdoors right now, so it's been a blast as always. Again, apologies for it being a day late, but as everybody knows, life happens. But
man, your kid graduated high school.
I know. Like races, family, blah, blah, blah. It's like, it's been a week. It's been a month.
Yeah, and in 6 weeks, your high school graduate's off to basic training.
Yep, that's coming too. So,
which is good. So he has 8 weeks to learn his left from his right and how to count to 4.
Yes. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. And shark attacks are back. Shark attacks are back.
Oh, man.
Shark attacks are back. No, none of this kindler, gentler army. So,
I just wish I was back being at Fort Leonard Wood as an instructor. Because that's where he's going.
I wish you were too, because I'd be like, Matt, just go watch. Just go watch. Yeah. Take it in. I want play-by-play. Put your AirPods in.
And what company, what unit? No problem. He's probably going to be in 148 or I think 210, one of those, because that's where they don't do the OSIT. They just do their basic and then they ship somewhere else.
Yeah.
So.
Nope, it's going to be a fun time. Still more to come, but you know what? Everything's kind of woo-san. But anyways, folks, again, thank you for tuning in. Again, apologies for the day late, but you know what? Life happens. But until then, until Saturday, we love y'all, and we hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and we'll talk to you in a couple of days. Have a good one. We're out.
Cheers.